Fulton Steamer Volleyball is on the air live from Stan Boardman Court here at Fulton High School. It's an NUIC Southern Division clash tonight between the two heavyweights, the league-leading Eastland Cougars and the second place Fulton Steamers. How you doing, everybody? Robert Bertram live here from Stan Boardman Court on Volley for a Cure night. Lots of pink throughout the crowd, as well as the players wearing their pink jerseys for this Volley for a Cure here tonight at Fulton High School. As we mentioned, the Eastland Cougars coming in atop the NUIC Southern Division at 7-0 overall. The Cougars come in with a record of 16 wins and 3 losses. They are under the direction of head coach Katie Krogman-Grobe. The Fulton Steamers, they come into the contest tonight with a record of 6-1 in the NUIC South, currently a game behind the Eastland Cougars. Overall, the Steamers come in with a record of 17 wins and 8 losses. Now the Steamers are coming off a 3-2 record at the Sterling tournament last Saturday. They defeated Dixon and Sterling along with Pecatonica and lost twice to Erie Prophetstown in the Sterling tournament, where again the Steamers finished 3-2 this past Saturday. Also, we like to recognize head coach Stacy Gurman in her 31st season here at Fulton High School. And in that Sterling tournament on Saturday, Stacy picked up her 600th victory as head coach of the Fulton Steamers. She has a record of 600 wins, 410 losses, and 16 ties. So congratulations to Steamer head coach Stacy Gurman as she picked up her 600th coaching victory at Fulton High School in the Sterling tournament on Saturday. The fresh soft match going to Fulton. They defeated Eastland 2-0. Steamers also taking the JV match over Eastland 2-0 as well. Not me. Sit down.
Tonight, our volleyball family is united to source
All right, now we're going to get set for our national anthem, and then we'll get to tonight's starting lineups here between the Fulton Steamers and the Eastland Cougars. First place on the line in the NUIC Southern Division tonight. Here is our national anthem. All right, there you have our national anthem. Now we'll get set for tonight's starting lineups. Again, both teams wearing their pink jerseys with black pants. Their black shorts, I should say. Again, Eastland coming in 7-0 in the NUIC South, a game ahead of the Steamers. Fulton at 6-1. Eastland 16-3 overall. The Steamers 17-8. For the Eastland Cougars, it'll be number 3, Shelby Grosinger, a senior. Also, it'll be number 13, Vanessa Allen, the senior. Also for Eastland, it'll be number 32, Kiera Koss, the sophomore. Along with number 17, Trixie Carroll, the senior. Also for the Cougars, number 7, Emerson Malacker, the freshman. And number 40, Morgan McCullough, the senior. Again, the Cougars under the direction of their head coach, Katie Krogman Grove. As is tradition here at Fulton High School, the lights go down, the video board lights up with Fulton Steamer volleyball highlights. And then we'll get to the Steamer starting lineup here tonight with the Eastland Cougars. Again, Fulton winning the fresh soft match over Eastland 2-0. The Steamers also winning the JV match over the Cougars 2-0 as well. This will be the final regular season conference meeting between these two schools. As once the video board is finished, we'll get to the starting lineups for the Fulton Steamers. Glad to have you aboard wherever you're tuning in the telecast tonight, whether you're in Fulton, Lanark, across the river in Iowa, down in Missouri, Tennessee, Florida, elsewhere across the country. Thanks for tuning in our telecast here this evening. For the Steamers, it'll be Avery Bush, the junior, along with Chloe Wilkin, the sophomore. Also number 12, Jordan Rathburn, the senior, along with Kirby Gurman, the freshman. Also for the Steamers, number 13, Haley Smither, the senior. Number 5, Breanne Brennan, the sophomore. And the libero for the Steamers tonight will be number 21, Belle Curley, the senior. So there you have a look at tonight's starting lineups. Fulton and Eastland to do battle here on Volley for a Cure night. Fulton and Eastland. Sit back and enjoy this one here tonight. This is the third meeting between these two schools this season. The Steamers lost in the conference game at Eastland 2-1. Came back and defeated Eastland in the championship game of the Byron Invitational. 2-0. And now we're set for this conference match here tonight between the NUIC South Division leader, Eastland, and the second place team currently in the standings, a game back, the Fulton Steamers. Fulton will get to serve. As the official will set the lineup for both teams. And we'll get tonight's contest underway. Again, the Steamers will serve. It'll be Avery Bush to serve. 92% on the season with 22 aces. Student section is fired up for this one tonight. And volley for a Cure's underway. Tapped over by Eastland. Gurman gets the return. Steamers work to get their return. Gurman's shot is blocked out of bounds. Steamers get the point, an early 1-0 advantage. So it's off the hands of the Cougars out of bounds. Again, Avery Bush to serve with the Steamers up 1-0. Here in the opening set. And the Steamers can't get the return. It's down for the Cougar point. And we're tied 1-1, side out Eastland. Serving for the Cougars will be Morgan McCullough, 93% on the season with 10 aces. And that one goes astray. Steamers get the point, 2-1 Fulton, side out for the Steamers. Belle Curley to serve. 88% on the season with 27 aces. Set up front, and that's down for the kill by Trixie Carroll. Carroll leads the Cougars in kills. And she adds to her total there. It's tied up 2-2, side out Eastland. There's a set up front for the Steamers. And the Cougars can't get the return. It's out of bounds. And Fulton has a 3-2 lead, side out for the Steamers. Coming in to serve will be Zoe Kunau. Zoe, 88% on the season, leads the team with 34 aces. There's the left-handed serve, and there's an ace. Make that 35 aces. And it's a 4-2 Steamer lead. Side out remains for Fulton. Again, Zoe Kunau to serve. There's the serve, a nice one. Set up front. Cougars get it over. Steamers tap it back over. Now the Cougars set it far side. Carroll has her. Kill attempt blocked. Good. Net play by the Steamers on the far side. They get the point. 5-2 Fulton. Side out remains for the Steamers. Again, Zoe Kunau to serve. There's a set up front. Tapped over by the Cougars. And the Steamers can't get the return. Drops in for the point. It's 5-3 Fulton. Side out Eastland. Kiara Costa serve, 98% on the season with 10 aces. There's a serve to the middle. Steamers set near side for Gurman, and that's down for the kill by Kirby Gurman from the near side. Kirby's 238th kill of the season. Leads the team in kills. Now she will serve. And that one's down by Jessa Reed. And it's 7-3 Steamers. Side out remains Fulton. Again, Kirby Gurman to serve, 89% on the season with 21 aces. Nice serve, and that's off the hands of the Cougars, out of bounds. Steamers get the point, 8-3. Side out remains for Fulton. Here in the opening set. Gurman serve. And the Cougars get it over. Steamers set on the near side. Avery Bush gets it over. Cougars get the return. Now a set up front, and that one's blocked for the point by the Cougars. It's 8-4. That'll put an end to the Steamer run. Side out Eastland. Serving will be Trixie Carroll. 86% on the season with 30 aces to lead the team. And that's a net serve. So it's 9-4 Steamers. Side out Fulton. There's Jada Shaver on the serve. And we have the Cougars in the net. 10-4 Steamers. Side out remains Fulton. Jada Shaver, 94% on the season with 18 aces. There's a net serve right over and in. It's 11-4 Steamers. And that's going to lead to an Eastland timeout. We're in the opening set. Steamers 11, Eastland 4. We'll come back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout. Robert Bertram back here, Stan Boardman Court following the Eastland timeout. Side out Fulton. Jada Shaver to serve to the back. Cougars set it far side. Nice block by the Steamers. Now the Cougars tap it over. Steamers set near side. And we're going to have the ball out of bounds off the Steamers. Eastland gets the point. 11-5 Fulton, side out for the Cougars. Morgan McCullough on the serve. Tapped over by the Steamers. And that one's down for the kill by Vanessa Allen. It's 11-6. Side out Eastland. So side out for the Cougars. Again, Morgan McCullough to serve. (11-6) Steamers here in the opening set. Set near side. Avery Bush knocks it down for the kill. Her 100th kill of the season. It's 12-6 Steamers, side out Fulton. And it will be Brianne Brennan in to serve for the Steamers. Nice serve, and the Cougars can't get the return. It's 13-6 Steamers. Side out remains for Fulton. Again, Brianne Brennan to serve, 93% on the season with 25 aces. And that's a net serve. Point Cougars, side out Eastland. 13-7 Steamers. Sienna Peterson to serve. There's a set, Gurman. Cougars get the return. Steamers set it up front for Chloe Wilkin, and that's down for the kill. Chloe's 51st kill of the season. It's 14-7 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Avery Bush to serve. Cougars get it over. Steamers set it near side to Gurman, and her shot is too strong over the end line. It's 14-8 Steamers, side out Eastland. So side out Eastland, it's 14-8 Fulton. Here in the opening set, best 2 out of 3. And Chloe Wilkins' shot's blocked down for the Eastland point, 14-9. Side out remains for the Cougars, who again come into this contest tonight leading the Southern Division at 7-0, and that one's out of bounds. Point goes to Eastland, 14-10. So Cougars putting together a string of points here. Get right back into the game. Steamers look to get the return. They do. Eastland scrambles, taps it over. Good hustle by the Steamers. And that one's down for the kill by Chloe Wilkin. It's 15-10 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Belle Curley on to serve. The Steamers up 15-10. There's the serve. Nice one. Carroll gets the bump over. Steamers look to get the return, and Gurman couldn't get it over. And the Cougars get the point. It's 15-11. Side out for Eastland. Vanessa Allen on the serve. It's a set up front, tapped over by the Steamers. Cougars get the return, the Steamers can't. And it drops in for the Cougar point. It's 15-12 Fulton. Side out remains for Eastland. Again, Allen to serve. Set on the near side. Steamers get it over. Now that one's down for the kill by Kirby Gurman. 16-12 Steamers, side out Fulton. (16-12) Steamers, side out Fulton. Zoe Kunow in to serve. Nice serve to the back. And that shot by Trixie Carroll into the net for the Steamer point. It's 17-12. 17-12 Steamers. And that one's down for the kill by Trixie Carroll. She made up for it that time, gets the kill, but it's out of bounds. So it's 18-12, Steamers with a point. Zoe Kunow once again to serve. And that one's too strong over the end line. So the Cougars get the point. 18-13 Fulton here in the opening set. Kiera Koss to serve for the Cougars. To the back. Steamers look to get the return, they do. And the Cougars get the return. Had to scramble, but they got it. Now the Steamers. Carroll taps it over. Steamers look to get a return here. They do. Now it's Eastland's turn. Carroll has her shot blocked. Steamers come back, keep it alive. Good volley here for a cure. Steamers keep it alive. Look for their return. Gurman, that one is out. Just missed it on the near sideline. Just outside of the tape. 18-14, point Eastland. Side out remains for the Cougars. Again, Koss to serve. Steamers near side. And we're going to have a carry on Eastland. Steamer point, 19-14, side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve. There's the serve. Carroll for the kill into that coffin corner. It's 19-15. Cougars get the point. Side out Eastland. Trixie Carroll to serve. There's the serve. Steamers tap it over. Haley Smither. Just enough that it drops in. Eastland was playing off the net, and it drops in for the point. 20-15 Fulton, side out for the Steamers. Jada Shaver to serve. Eastland sets near side. Steamers try to get the block, but it drops in for the point. Off the deflection. 20-16 Steamers, side out Eastland. Morgan McCullough to serve. To the back. Steamers set it up. Avery Bush tapped it over. Now Eastland Carroll. Steamers keep it alive. That one's down for the kill, courtesy of Chloe Wilkin. It's 21-16 Steamers, side out Fulton. Breanne Brennan comes in to serve with the Steamers up 21-16 here in the opening set. That one's pushed over by Eastland. Steamers push it back. Now Eastland sets it far side. And Fulton can't. Yep, it is. Steamer point, 22-16. Side out remains for the Steamers. Again, Brennan to serve. And that's into the net. 22-17. Side out Eastland. Side out Eastland. Chloe Wilkin will get the kill. Off the Cougars, out of bounds. 23-17 Steamers. Avery Bush to serve. Side out Fulton. And that one's going to drop in off the Steamers. Couldn't get the block. Off the deflection. Cougars get the point, 23-18. Side out Eastland. There's the serve. And the Steamers can't get the return into the net. 23-19. 23-19. Steamers, side out remains for Eastland. And that one's down by Chloe Wilkin. Good floor vision. Knocks it down with the left hand, 24-19. Set point Steamers. Belle Curley to serve. There's the set up front, and Carroll can't tap it over. It's into the net, and the Steamers take the first set. 25-19. Fulton wins the first set over Eastland. 25-19. We'll step aside for this extended timeout, and we'll come back with the second set between the Steamers and the Cougars after this timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
All right, welcome back to Stan Boardman Court here at Fulton High School. One set down in the best of three. Fulton winning the first set over Eastland, 25-19. As the Steamers take the first set. Again, Eastland coming in, leading the NUIC South at 7-0. The Steamers coming in at 6-1. Their only conference loss to Eastland. So a chance for the Steamers to get a little revenge here and sit tied atop the NUIC South with the Cougars. So Eastland gets to serve as we start the second set. We're underway. And the Steamers, Chloe Wilkin pushes it into that corner. It's 1-0 Steamers, side out Fulton. Belle Curley to serve. Nice serve. And that one is into the stands, off the hands of Avery Bush. Point to Eastland. We're tied 1-1. Here in the second set, side out for the Cougars. Vanessa Allen to serve. And it hits the net, goes over, and drops in for the ace. 2-1 Eastland. Side out remains for the Cougars. Again, Allen to serve. To the back. Steamers get the return off of Gurman and drops in for the point. We're tied 2-2 here in the second set. Side out Fulton. Zoe Kunow in to serve. With the set tied at 2. A left-handed serve to the middle. Set up front for Carroll. Nice block by the Steamers. And Eastland can't get the return. It's into the net. Off McCullough. 3-2 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Again, Zoe Kunow to serve. Nice serve. Here's the set. And Carroll's shot gets down. We're tied 3-3, side out Eastland. Kiera Costa serve for the Cougars. All tied at 3 here in the second set. And that one's off the hands of Trixie Carroll, out of bounds. Gurman on the kill attempt. 4-3. Steamers get the point. Side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve. With the Steamers up 1. Here's the freshman serve. It's into the net. Cougars side out. All tied 4-4. Trixie Carroll to serve. There's the serve. Steamers have to scramble to get the return. They do. Now a set up front, tapped over by Eastland. Cougars keep it alive. They get the return. Now the Steamers set up front, tapped over by Haley Smither. Carroll gets the return for the Cougars. Now the Steamers get it over. Cougars set it up front, tapped over, and it's in. Just inside the far sideline for the Cougar point. It's 5-4 Eastland, side out for the Cougars. Trixie Carroll to serve. Steamers set it near side, tapped over by Bush. Now the Steamers scramble to get a return. Cougars keep it alive, they tap it over. Steamers scramble to get the return over, they get it. Now Eastland sets it near side and it's tapped in for the kill by the Cougars. 6-4 Eastland, side out remains for the Cougars. Again, Trixie Carroll to serve. There's the serve to the middle. Steamers set it, far side. There's Carroll tapping it over. Steamers set near side, tapped over by Avery Bush. Now Carroll's shot, it's in, just inside the end line. 7-4 Eastland, side out remains for the Cougars. They've strung together some points here. 7-4 Eastland in the second set. That one's too strong over the end line. Steamers get the point, put an end to the run by the Cougars. It's 7-5 Eastland, side out Fulton. If you're just joining us, the Steamers won the first set, 25-19. Trail it here in the second set, 7-5. Jada Shaver on the serve. Set far side for the Cougars. Steamers scramble for the return. They get it, but it's out of bounds. Cougars get the point. 8-5 Eastland, side out for the Cougars. Morgan McCullough to serve. Set for the Steamers up front, and there's a kill by Chloe Wilkin. It's 8-6. Steamers down 2, side out Fulton. Brianne Brennan in to serve. Again, the Steamers down 2 here in the second set. Brennan serve. Steamers have to play it out of the net. They do, and it drops in for the point. Off Vanessa Allen. She couldn't get the return. It's 8-7, Steamers down 1. Brennan to serve. There's the set. Steamers look to get a return here. Avery Bush, and it is good. It's off the hands of Eastland, out of bounds. Steamers get the point, and they've rallied to tie it up at 8 apiece here in the second set. Side out remains for Fulton. Again, Brianne Brennan. And there's an ace. And the Steamers have come back to grab the lead at 9-8. Side out remains for Fulton. Again, Brennan to serve. There's another ace. It's 10-8 Steamers. Side out remains for Fulton. Brennan again. High arcing serve. Returned by the Cougars. Steamers set it near side to Avery Bush, and it's down for the point as Trixie Carroll couldn't get the return. It's 11-8 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Again, Brianne Brennan to serve. Nice one to the middle. Cougars get the return. Steamers scramble to get the return over. They get it. Now Eastland sets it up front. Nice block up front by Chloe Wilkin, and it drops for the Steamer point. It's 12-8 Fulton here in the second set, and that's going to lead to an Eastland timeout. We'll step aside, come back to Stan Boardman Court in exciting NUIC Southern Division volleyball after this timeout. Robert Bertram back here at Stan Borgman Court. 12-8 Steamers. Side out remains Fulton. Eastland using the timeout. Breanne Brennan serve. Cougars on the return and the kill by Vanessa Allen. Puts an end to the Steamer run. It's 12-9 Fulton. Side out Cougars. So it's side out Eastland. Sienna Peterson to serve. It's a net serve. 13-9 Fulton. Side out for the Steamers. Avery Bush to serve. There's the serve. Nice block by the Steamers. And that kill attempt by Kirby Gurman, too strong over the end line. It's 13-10. Steamers side out Eastland. Side out Eastland, 13-10 Steamers here in the second set. Fulton won the first set, 25-19. Gurman tapped it over. Here's a set up front, pushed over by the Cougars. Steamers set it for Chloe Wilkin, and she finds that empty coffin corner and knocks it in. It's 14-10 Steamers. Side out for Fulton. Belle Curley in to serve. Here's the serve. Set up front for Carroll, and she knocks it down for the kill. Inside that end line. It's 14-11 Steamers. Side out Eastland. Vanessa Allen to serve. Steamers set it up front, and that one's knocked down by Haley Smither. It's 15-11 Steamers. Side out Fulton. Zoe Kunow in to serve. Zoe Kunow to serve. And it's a net serve. So the Cougars get the point, 15-12. Side out Eastland. Kiera Costa serve. Set for the Steamers near side. They can't get the return. Little miscommunication. And it's 15-13. So it's 15-13 Steamers here in the second set. Steamers here in the second set. I don't know. Side out Eastland. Tapped over by the Steamers. Now the Cougars tap it over. Steamers look for the return. They get it. It's off the hands of the Cougars, out of bounds. 16-13 Steamers here in the second set. Side out Fulton. Kirby Gurman to serve. Nice serve. Tapped over by the Cougars. Steamers set it near side, and they get the kill by Avery Bush. It's 17-13 Steamers. Side out remains for Fulton. Again, Kirby Gurman to serve. So Kirby Gurman to serve. We're in the second set. Steamers won the first set, 25-19. Here's a serve by Gurman just over the end line, out of bounds. Cougars get the point. 17-14, side out Eastland. Trixie Carroll to serve. There's the serve. And the Steamers can't get the return. It's 17-15. Side out remains for Eastland. Again, Carroll to serve. Steamers look for the return. They get it. Nice block up front by the Steamers. Eastland keeps it alive, tapped it over. Now the Steamers look for a return. Cougars keep it alive. Nice block by the Steamers, and it's off the Cougars, out of bounds. Fulton gets the point. And it's 18-15 Steamers, side out Fulton. Jada Shaver to serve. Here's a set up front, tapped over by the Cougars. Steamers get it over, and now the Cougars get it. Grosinger knocks it down for the kill. 18-16. Steamers, side out Eastland. Morgan McAuliffe to serve. Steamers set it up front. Wilkin tapped it over. Now a set far side. And the Steamers can't get the return. It's into the net. 18-17. Eastland within one. Side out remains for the Cougars. Again, McAuliffe to serve. Steamers scramble to get the return. Wilkin knocks it in, but it's over the end line too far. So we're tied at 18 apiece here in the second set. Side out Eastland. As the Cougars have rallied to tie it up. Steamers look to get the return. They do. Eastland gets it back over. Now the Steamers set it up. Wilkins' shot is blocked. And Eastland gets the point. The Cougars up one, 19-18. And we'll have a timeout, Fulton. Timeout, Steamers down one here in the second set. We're back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Stan Borgman Court. Following the Steamer timeout, Eastland's rallied to grab a 1-point lead at 19-18. Side out Cougars. Steamers set it near side. Avery Bush tapped it over. Now the Cougars near side, they get the return. Steamers up front, pushed over and down by Chloe Wilkin. And we're tied at 19 apiece. Side out Steamers as they put an end to the Cougar run. So side out Fulton. Breanne Brennan to serve. Here in the second set, we're tied at 19 apiece. Nice serve to the back. Set far side, tapped over by the Cougars. Steamers get the return. Carroll knocks it over for the Cougars. Steamers up front. Chloe Wilkin pushed it over, and we're going to have one of the Steamers in the net. So it's 20-19 Eastland. Side out Cougars. Eastland by one here in the second set. There's the serve. Steamers set it near side. Cougars look to get the return. Steamers nice block. Cougars scramble to get the return. They tap it over. Now the Steamers look to set. They get it over by Avery Bush. And the Cougars run out of room. Steamers get the point. We're tied at 20. Side out Fulton. Avery Bush to serve here in the second set. We're all tied at 20. Cougars return over the end line. Steamers get the point, grab the lead, 21-20. Side out remains Fulton. Again, Avery Bush to serve. Eastland up front, nice block by the Steamers. Cougars scramble to get the return. They get it. Steamers blocked it back. Now Carroll has her attempt blocked. Good net play by the Steamers. And they can't get the return. Drops in, we're tied at 21 apiece. These two heavyweights in the NUIC South dueling it out here tonight at Stan Borgman Court, side out Eastland. All tied at 21. Here in the second set. Steamers won the first set 25-19. And the Cougars get the return. They had to scramble and got the return. Now they tap it back over. Steamers set it far side. And the Cougars can't get the return. It's into the net for the Steamer point. 22-21, Fulton. Side out Steamers. Bell Curley to serve here in the second set. Nice high arcing serve. Carroll comes up with a big kill from that far side for the Cougars to tie it up at 22 apiece. Side out Eastland. Vanessa Allen to serve. Steamers look to get a return here, and it's knocked over by Kirby Gurman. Drops in for the point, 23-22 Steamers, side out Fulton. Zoe Kunow in to serve. But first they're going to ice her as Eastland will use a timeout. 23-22 Steamers, don't go away. We're back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout. Robert Bertram back here at Stan Borgman Court, 23-22 Steamers. Following the Eastland timeout, Zoe Kunow to serve. And there's an ace! Off. The Cougars out of bounds. It's 24-22 Steamers. Set point, Fulton. Zoe Kunow to serve. Cougars get the return. Steamers up front, tapped over by Haley Smither. Now the Cougars get the return. Steamers set near side, Gurman. And that's a winner! As it goes off Eastland out of bounds, and the Steamers have knocked off league-leading Eastland tonight, handing the Cougars their first conference defeat and moving the Steamers into a first-place tie. As Fulton sweeps Eastland tonight, 2-0, winning by scores of 25-19 and 25-22. So the Steamers come up with a victory here on Volley for a Kier night as they knock off league-leading Eastland 2-0, as now the Steamers and Cougars tied atop the Southern Division at 7-1. So the Steamers get the win over Eastland. And again, the Steamers improved to 7-1 in the Southern Division, 18-8 on the season. With the loss, Eastland drops to 7-1 in the conference. They're now 16-4 on the season. So the Steamers make it a 3 sweep here tonight. They win the fresh soft match 2-0. They win the JV match over Eastland 2-0. And here in the varsity contest, the Steamers win 2-0, 25-19, 25-22. Joining us, Haley Smither, congratulations. What a victory for the team tonight.
Yeah.
You guys had to come into this one knowing that you're sitting just a game back of Eastland in the conference race, and you knew what you had to do tonight. And what was the feelings heading into this game?
Definitely just focus in and try and, get them out of system. Don't let them feed their outside. Mostly just stay locked in on the game and don't get distracted by the crowd and everything. Just stay locked in and keep working and keep pushing when we're tired.
And that's what you guys did up front. Had some great net play up front.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really tiring, but it was fun.
All right, you guys took that first set 25-19. Second set, back and forth, but you guys held your composure. And what were you thinking in some of those timeouts? What was Coach telling you?
Mostly just, keep our focus on the game and stay focused, know their hitters, know where they're going to hit, and read them, try and block them as best we can, but, just focus in. Don't let them get those kills. Don't let them get the energy back, and keep it on our side.
All right, how's this feel to get this victory here tonight?
It feels really good. It's really exciting. It's what we've worked for, I feel, and, yeah, it's really
And I know you guys lost to them at their place,
Yeah.
but then you came back in the Byron tournament, beat them in the championship of that one, so you knew they were beatable.
Yeah.
You just had to get it done tonight.
Yeah. Just hit at them. It's really what we're trying to do.
All right, well, congratulations on the victory here. You'll have another one coming up Thursday, but this one, savor this one, and you guys control your own destiny now, tied with these guys for the conference lead. And, boy, that looked good to have another championship in that Southern Division.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Go celebrate. All right, so the Steamers get the victory here tonight over the Eastland Cougars, 2-0. They won the first one 25-19, and they take the second set as well, 25-22, as the Steamers again move into a first-place tie atop the Southern Division with the Eastland Cougars at 7-1, as both teams control their own destiny for the remainder of conference play. And again, they're both 7-1. The Steamers will be back in action on Thursday here at home as they will play host to Polo, and that'll be our next Steamer volleyball telecast, while the Eastland Cougars will return home Thursday. They'll play host to Lena Winslow in a non-conference matchup there. So the Steamers get the victory tonight and make it a complete sweep. Again, they won the fresh soft match 2-0, the JV match 2-0, and here in a thriller, winning the varsity match as well 2-0. congratulations, Coach Gurman. What a victory here. What an atmosphere here tonight. Almost a postseason tournament atmosphere.
I know. Oh, I loved it. It was great. It just makes such a huge difference. And we have such, a great student section. And, it's filled. It a Cure night. And Eastland's great to host it with. We really work well together. And it really added. It added to the mindset and everything that the girls needed.
All right, in that first set, back and forth there for a while. Had to use some timeouts, but the girls responded, held together, and you came out on top 25-19. You had to be feeling good heading into that second set.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always scary, though, because Eastland's going to come back. I mean, they've got,
right.
They're loaded. Trixie's good, and truly, obviously we scouted them, and we practiced for them. We get out there and practice. You'll hear me say this every year in our second round. Like, I just feel so much better our second round,
yeah.
When we play somebody, because so much more, and you practice for that. And the girls are well aware. We quiz them. We tell them, outside hitters, where are you hitting? Right side hitters, where are you hitting? When you have this person, we told Jessa's a great line hitter.
Yeah.
But we said, Trixie's on you. Trixie will block you. She did last time, and Jessa did her best to hit cross. It's not her best shot, but guess
right.
what? She didn't
right.
get blocked and kept it playable. Things like that those kids just play smart is what gets you that win.
Yeah, and that was one thing I noticed with Chloe up front. She was getting a lot of those cross shots, even with the left hand, to catch them off guard.
Yeah, we really worked yesterday. There were times when Eastland will double block, and there's times where Eastland will single block. So our back row, we practiced it yesterday. They're yelling 1, 2, 1, 2 every time, and we set up fake blocks up there. And so our middles, both of them knew, Haley and Chloe both knew, when they heard 1, they're going to have to tip it. When they heard 2, or vice versa. With 2, they're going to have to tip it. 1, they can nail it, and so they really listened well. And we've been working a lot all season and last year on Chloe with her timing. She just, has a hard time knowing when to come in, and sometimes
right.
overruns it, sometimes comes early, things like that. And hopefully it's starting to come together. She got some timing really right on it, because when she's there, then she can get a really powerful hit.
Yeah, you jumped on them in that second set, and then they put together a rally, and then you used some timeouts there again, and the girls responded.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, too, is we know when we play Eastland, we have to keep them out of system. We have to keep them to where they cannot set up Trixie or number 13. We really focused on that, and there's also a rotation when they don't have either one of those two in the front row. And we know that that's our time that we really have to be strong, and we really got to get as many points as we can when 13's out and Trixie's in the back row. And I just think the girls played really smart. They played hard. There was a couple times in timeout where called a timeout. My biggest thing was you have to cover. We're going to get blocked sometimes,
yeah.
Against these guys, and they have their biggest front row in right now, and we're going to get blocked. And, we weren't on coverage for 2 balls right in a row, and it's like, you can't let that happen again. But they were so in tune to it that the girls were like, yep, and they went out and did it.
Yeah, fell behind there about the latter part of that set, but they held their composure, came back, got some stops, did what they needed to do, and then you had to served out and get the victory. It has to make you feel good. Now you're where you should be, atop the conference with Eastland. Yes. And again, controlling your own destiny.
Yes, we have polo left. We really have quite a few conference games left. Our biggest competition was polo when we went and played them, and it was a very up and down night for us. And I mean, if we can play as consistent as what we did tonight, we should be all right. But polo's got a lot that they bring to it. They're scrappy and they don't give up, and we got to be ready to finish it all.
And that's one thing you look at, I know, as a coach, coming off an emotional win here tonight and then heading into your next match. You hope that there's not that letdown.
Right, exactly. I just sometimes it's always just that one team. For us, usually it's always Amboy that we do not play very well, and now it seems like the past 3 years it's been polo for us. It's like you got that monkey on your back
yeah.
that you just, and so hopefully they come out, really, really strong on Thursday and get it done.
Well, it'll test the character of your team.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll let you go. Congratulations on this
you.
one. Great night, great atmosphere, great cause, and a great turnout from both sides tonight.
Yes, it was great. Everybody participated for the cause, and I'm really happy. We've usually given to Susan G. Coleman, and we did have a family that's near and dear to us, and so I was really happy to be able to give that to Renee and her family. And she almost wasn't going to be able to be here tonight. She had just had a biopsy yesterday and wasn't feeling really well this morning, but by tonight she felt better, and so she could make it. So I was really happy to see the whole family together.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations. All right, that's head coach Stacy Gurman of the victorious Fulton Steamers as they take down the Southern Division leading Eastland Cougars here at Stan Borgman Court. Steamers winning 2-0, 25-19 and 25-22, as Fulton and Eastland now tied atop the Southern Division at 7-1, each team controlling its own destiny for their remaining 4 conference matches remaining in the season. So Fulton makes it a complete sweep tonight on volley for a Kier night. They win the fresh soft match 2-0, the JV match 2-0 over Eastland, and they win the varsity contest as well 2-0. Steamers now improve to 7-1 in the NUIC South, tied with Eastland at that 7-1 mark. Overall, the Steamers 18-8. Eastland drops to 16-4. So that is going to do it for our telecast here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Isaac and Xander behind the scenes for their engineering work this evening. And again, our next telecast coming up on Thursday. We'll be back here at Stan Borgman Court as the Steamers will play host to Polo. So until Thursday night, Robert Bertram saying so long from Fulton High School and Stan Borgman Court.